Hello friends, today we are going to make ceramic donuts. Let's get started. Have your entire workspace already set up and start with a ball of clay. You're gonna flatten it on two sides, so press down, flip it over, and then you're gonna start to roll the sides so that those also become flat. Think of a tire, okay? Once you have that shape, you're gonna take a dowel of some sort and stick it through the center and gently roll it just like a tire back and forth like I'm doing here, gently, so that the hole that you're making stays in the middle. Make sure that you are rolling the clay very slowly with gentle pressure so that you don't have a lopsided donut. You'll notice that the clay is getting wider, but we'll fix that as soon as we take it off. Press down a little bit and you could flip it over and press down on the other side. If the hole gets too small, you can gently put the dowel back in and using your hand and the dowel, roll through the center again to make the hole a little bit bigger. Once you have that, just smooth out your edges if they need to be smoothed out with a little water, if you need to form it a little bit with your hands, but just make sure that your donut is still flat on the top and the bottom. Let's add some frosting to our clay. I have a piece of slab here that's already been rolled out, and I'm going to use my tools to cut it to the size that will fit on top of my donut. Take your time measuring. You can see I'm going back and forth, cutting a little bit at a time. I'm going to cut the circle in the middle like I'm doing here, and even after that I will keep readjusting how it's cut and trimming until I have it the size that I want and the shape that I want. Once you've got that, make sure that you then take a little bit of water or slip and just smooth out all of your edges to make it look really soft, as though maybe frosting would look. So you want nice kind of soft edges all around on the frosting if that's what you are adding to your donut. Now you have to slip and score or scratch and attach. And I cannot stress enough that if you are adding frosting to your donut, so it's a big piece of slab or something that's going to be flat on top, that's going to cover a big area, that you use a lot of slip, and make sure that you press it very, very flat on there so that there are no air pockets underneath. Now I'm going to add some sprinkles and some piped decoration. I'm going to roll a coil out like I'm doing here with some of my scraps of clay. I'm going to start to measure and then slip and score those pieces on. This video has been sped up a little bit, so you're going to want to make sure that you're taking your time using your fingers and your tools to slip and score and make sure everything is attached properly and smoothly so you don't have any rough edges. If you run out of piping like I just did here, you can just roll another coil and continue to add. Now you might not want to decorate your donut this way. This is just one possibility. You can make any kind of donut toppings that you prefer. Now that I've done the piping, I'm going to take little tiny bits of clay and add sprinkles like this, one at a time. Again, just keep in mind this is only a couple of possibilities, and the possibilities really are endless with how you want to top your donut. Now you've heard me say before that your clay sculptures and creations should not have any pieces on them that are thicker than your thumb. So we are going to hollow out the bottom of our donuts using a loop tool. This video is sped up, and so I'm doing this a little bit faster than you would do it. So you're gonna use a loop tool and take your time. If you need help, ask your teacher, but you really wanna try to hollow out as much as you can without compromising the structure of your project. In doing this, although it is on the bottom, you will have some rough edges, so you're gonna wanna go in there with a little water or slip and just smooth that out with your finger. And that is it. That is how you make a ceramic donut out of clay. At this point, if there were some toppings that you thought maybe you weren't gonna have time to add and you still have a little bit of time, now would be the time to do that. Otherwise, your sculpture should be complete, and I hope you have fun creating.